Hello there, thanks a lot for coming by PosterCentral.com's video blog today. I'm Pete Howard, and as you can see, this poster says The Great Ball of Fire as a descriptor, but we know him as the Killer, don't we? That's right, one of the founding fathers of rock and roll, and an original 1950s cardboard window card advertising an upcoming show. How great. Poster's got a lot going for it. Look, it's got his picture on there, that's nice. In fact, look at that. It's like this wild, hollering, stomping, screaming stage shot, which they then cut all the way down to just a floating head. But look at his hair sticking out, sort of almost looks like Cool Whip on his head. That's something. And then the poster also has his two world-changing hit song titles. So this thing's got a lot going for it, absolutely. Let's take it from the top here, and it does say Southwest Junior College in Summit, Mississippi. Well, that's part of the Macomb, Mississippi metropolitan area, and just a 90-minute drive from Faraday, Louisiana, Jerry's hometown, of course sometimes known as the Faraday Fireball. Friday, May 8th, and no year given, but the year is 1959. Two shows, and then sort of unusual wording on there, you don't see often, 7 to 9 and 9:30 to 11:30. They almost never put the end times for shows on a poster. You know, most posters, 99% of them just say, you know, two shows, 7 and 9:30, but here they they really want to tell you there's a half an hour between shows, so don't try sticking around for the second one. I don't know. And then, as you can see, admission $1. Wow, such a deal. That's just great. And the body of the poster, in quotes, The Great Ball of Fire, Jerry Lee Lewis and his variety show. And I love the next line, you better believe it, singing his wildfire hits, Whole Lotta Shakin' and Great Balls of Fire. You know, I've said it before in other Jerry Lee video blogs when I have a good 50s poster on him to do, but you know, those two songs are arguably two of the 10 most important to come out of rock and roll in the 1950s. I mean, what do you got? You know, Hound Dog and Blueberry Hill and That'll Be the Day and Long Tall Sally, Johnny B. Good. It's a fun debate to put together the most important songs, rock and roll songs from the 50s, but you know, I would say these are two of the top 10. It certainly would make two of the top 20. I don't see how they could escape that. You know, the two songs are completely familiar to today's generation over half a century later. You know, Stop People on the Street, they know those tunes if you hum it for them, and so, you know, what more staying power can you ask for than that? So, who was in the variety show for Jerry Lee? Well, it says right there, with comedian husband John, probably poking fun at his wife, I would imagine, and featuring Kay Golden, Mark Taylor, and Roland James. Now, there's no printing credit down there in the margin or anything, but this is a, you know, a Hatch show print, 14 by 22 inch cardboard window card. And Hatch was known for just basically almost never putting their credit on their concert posters. But this is absolutely, it actually came from the files, once upon a time, of Hatch show print. So like everything I show you, an absolute stone genuine original. Now, you know, this sort of was a tour blank. I sort of hesitate using the term tour blank with Hatch because, you know, usually a tour blank is exactly the same for most of the poster and just the venue changes. And Hatch would tend to change things throughout the poster as the dates warranted. And just as an example of that, I've got this poster from 1 month earlier. So we go from May 8th in Mississippi to April 8th in New Mexico. And here's just a picture of it, of course, to show you. But this is, of course, the same bill and everything exactly 1 month earlier. Notice underneath the date, by the way, it does say just show 8 p.m. It doesn't give any ticket prices. Probably was right around $1. And at the bottom, you have only 3 support acts. So this was before Roland James had joined the bill. Otherwise, you know, look at that. I don't know how long Hatch used this for, but Jerry Lee was definitely barnstorming through the South at the time. Why, rock and roll founding member Jerry Lee Lewis, I'll tell you, it's kind of funny. So this is the spring of 1959, and he'd put out, you know, these killer rock hits and everything. After this, going forward, he would never return to the top 20 of the pop charts. But he would return to the top 20 of you-know-what. Yeah, the country charts. And are you ready for this? 34 more singles would come out from Jerry Lee that went into the country western top 20. So he was definitely shifting gears in his career going forward. And I'm sure all through those country shows he played these songs as well. In fact, I saw him at the Palomito Country nightclub in North Hollywood in the 1980s. And he was playing both country and, of course, his landmark songs. Audiences wouldn't let him go otherwise, right? Great stuff here. Great stuff to show you. 1959, 50s rock and roll, love it to death. So, hope you enjoyed it. Thanks a lot for dropping by, and we'll see you again for something soon. Bye-bye.